Lions fans, what's up, man? Got a review for preseason game one, Detroit Lions versus the New England Patriots. Um, Today is the day after. I wanted to go back and use my DVR and watch the game again, so I can make sure that I saw what I thought I saw the first time. Listen, first and foremost, prayers go to Jermaine Curse and his family. Man, broke his leg last night. Um, that's usually a 6 to 8 week, recovery right there alone. So, um, man, I definitely want to say prayers to him and his family. That was tough. That was definitely tough to watch if you've seen the replay. Um, but yeah, okay. Detroit Lions versus Patriots. What happened? A lot of fans already jumped off the train already because of a preseason game that makes absolutely no sense to me. I tried to forewarn people yesterday what to look for because you wasn't going to see nothing that you thought you was going to see. They are literally out there to evaluate guys that's, trying to make this roster and the young guys they have on the roster to see what they need to fix, what they need to work on. It is an evaluation process. It has nothing to do with the scoreboard or anything like that. The Lions played horrible, but there's reasons why they played so horrible. Number one is you had to look who was out there. Personnel out on the field. You had Darius Slay and Tracy Walker on the defense. They played one series, and that was it. You had the offensive line come out there, play one series, and that was it, which they looked good. That holding call killed us, but they were moving the ball just fine. Powell had a nice catch. Even Savage, man. Savage was throwing darts out there. But then he eventually got hurt once that mixture of second and third unit offensive lineman came out there. Crosby was absolutely horrible yesterday. They had him playing left tackle yesterday, specifically in that series when Savage got hurt. He got beat around the edge with pure speed a couple of times last night. So they're testing him out doing some different things. But yeah, he looked absolutely horrible last night, and it's something that's the type of stuff that they're looking for. They want to be able to coach these players up, man, and see what issues they have. He did well when he had this opportunity last season to get in, man. But yeah, he looked horrible last night. Another player was Ford, man, cornerback. Kept getting beat on the inside repeatedly. So like I said, it's coachable things like that the Lions are looking for. But as far as, the offense went, man, that first series, with the couple of, starters that you had out there on the offensive line, they looked just fine. But you had Anderson and Ty Johnson out there, I tried to tell you about Ty Johnson. He looked good last night. That speed is something else, man. Man, I really like the young fella. But he was your first team running back last night. So, you didn't see Zach Zenner pretty much until the second half. So, CJ Anderson, a couple of runs, that was it. It was done. They got them guys out of there so fast you would have never known that they played. Like Hockenson. I had a couple of people to come to me on Twitter and say, did Hockenson play last night? Yeah, Hockenson played last night, but he only played for a split second. So when him and Jesse James was in, Jesse James was able to snag a good catch going towards the sideline. That was nice to see. But when you look at clips, you will see that in that short time, him and Jesse James both wide open. You know what I'm saying? Wide open on plays, man. So that's what you're looking for as a coaching staff. What can we look at to see, what type of production we can be able to get from these guys during the season. Jelani Tavai, he started at middle linebacker. You had second unit starting as your starting unit yesterday, and then they got right out of there and immediately third stringers and guys that's trying to make the team is what you saw out there for majority of the game. So that's the other reason why, you've seen what you've seen. But Jelani Tavai, he looked just fine. He had one play where he got stood up and then came back the next play and put the guy down in the ground. You see what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that that the Lions are looking for. Those are learning curves for the young rookies. Amani, I hate trying to say his name. Y'all know. Oruwariye. He had teachable moments. He gave up a pass and then he defended a touchdown pass. You want to see that type of back and forth with these rookies, man. You want to get them that experience. That's what the preseason is really about. The veterans should not be out there, which they weren't. So for all the panicking and the stupid same old Lions tweets, and I even had a guy, man, to say fire everybody. He said fire Bob Quinn, fire Matt Patricia, just erase everything over a preseason game with a bunch of third stringers and guys that's fighting for their life. That's the type of stuff that frustrates me when it comes to Lions fan. You have no idea what the hell you're looking at. And you taking preseason games out here like they're just like we're playing in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? The preseason is not about W's, man. It is a way to scale your team. And yesterday they scaled the third team. That's what it was yesterday. So the panic button, you need to chill out, man. Like I said, if you got DVR, rewind the game, watch the first series on both ends of the football, and see who comes in the game after that. We had Darren Fells out there. Now, if any one of you went to training camp, I'm not talking about the couch watchers that, sit on the couch and then want to say they know everything. If you went to training camp and you watched the whole camp, you know that Darren Fells was horrible the entire camp. Like I said on Twitter yesterday, I don't understand how he even made the roster, how he stayed on the roster, not made the roster, but stayed on the training camp roster. This dude was so horrible during camp. It's man. So yesterday you got an example of that. Fells got in there and just got sacked and sacked and sacked. The offensive line that was in front of him was a couple of guys on there. I'm probably sure y'all don't even know who the hell they are. So with him being horrible, your offensive line being horrible, you think you're going to score? How do you expect to score? Another thing I want to note, beginning of the game, Andy Jones with that drop pass. Now, he did that a few times last season towards the end of the season, man. Andy Jones is not helping his chances. One of them young guys is going to come and snatch his little hope away. The little hope that he does have. Brandon Powell, like I said, looked good. He's going to make this roster. I don't know why people even question that, but yeah, Brandon Powell looked good, man. And I wish they would utilize him more and more. So you also had players like Will Harris out there who played pretty good. Ups and downs with a few of the other corners out there. Like I said, it's a lot of guys out there that's trying to make this roster. So you would think you would have seen more effort from some of them, but some of them just was lost out there, man. They had no idea what was going on, who, what, when, and where, and how. So yeah, it was to that point of the game, at the end of the game, where I got sleepy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started nodding in the fourth quarter, man. It's like, dude, you know what I'm saying? There's no point in even watching the rest of it because you know what's going on. They're not about to score. The Patriots was held down just fine with our first couple of units. But then as soon as you threw them third stringers out there and them hope and wish players, they start scoring. So, it is what it is. But yeah, I definitely wanted to bring that to the table, man, because it's a lot of fans out there that's tripping right now, which I can expect, man. You have teams that do it all the time, man. They look horrible in the preseason, and then next thing you know, they in the playoff games or they in the Super Bowl like the Rams did. So, these teams ain't out here trying to win preseason championships. So just because you want to be, whatever you want to be, and want this team to go out here and give 100,000% effort in the preseason to throw starters out there, you can forget about it. You're delusional and you need help. So, yeah. But that's pretty much all that happened yesterday, man. Like I said, you had some guys who look good. Trey Lamar is another one. Before I end this video, Trey Lamar was another one that was getting to the ball. He was making some tackles yesterday. And, you know, Trey Lamar, one of the things on Trey Lamar is big and powerful, but he's not that fast. But they used him the way that I feel like he should have been used yesterday. But yeah, he was getting to the ball and getting some tackles, man. Jalen Reeves-Maven, he had his little moments too. So, but Miles Killebrew moving him to linebacker was a really good thing to do. He was coming around that edge with just speed. You know, same thing that was happening with Crosby was happening with their left tackle. Killebrew, Wilson was coming around them edges, man, and in that backfield, on that back or that quarterback, creating pressure or you know, tackling for a loss. So that was good to watch, man. I really like Killebrew. I kind of felt like they should have been made that transition. But since they made it, it looks like a good idea. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's what I took away from the preseason game, and those are the things that I look for. So we'll see what happened next game. I believe we got Houston next. You know, are the Lions going to play like this all preseason? Obviously not. You're going to see some guys, especially in dress rehearsal day. So we'll see. We'll see what happened, man. Let me know what y'all thought about the game last night. Who were you impressed with? If it's third stringer, if it's somebody on the second unit, pretty much was our starters yesterday. Let me know who you was impressed with. But yeah, just fair warning, don't come in my comments panicking about a preseason game, because I'm going to trash you. I'll catch y'all later, man.